drainage. Drainage is essential for your plants. Otherwise, what you have is a bathtub. And plants don't like bathtubs. So drainage is very important. You want a good sized hole at the bottom of your pot. People frequently ask me, can I just put rocks in the bottom of my pot for drainage? Well, you're just creating a heavier bathtub because eventually that water is going to build up. So the rocks really don't help. I know that, I'm not even sure where that got started, the whole concept of putting rocks or gravel down there. But you're better off just having a good drainage hole in there. One of the guys, you brought your, can I show that?
Sure. Rocks. I brought my rocks.
She brought her rocks. But we're not going to use them. So she brought this really cute little tin lunchbox picnic basket. It's adorable. But it didn't have drainage. So we went down, she got a nail and a hammer, and we poked holes in the bottom of it. So now we have good drainage. So this will make a really cute little planter because it's got drainage. She brought rocks, and I said, no rocks.
So you wouldn't even recommend rocks in your ceramic pot?
Nope.
I'm wasting a lot of time.
Yeah. Hopefully you have some pretty rocks.
So I use screen.
Yes.
Just to keep the dirt in.
Right, so she was talking about screening material. So you can take old window screen, they even sell, I forget the name of the product, but it's like a plastic screening. And you can put that over your holes in your saucers and that, or in your pots, and that keeps your dirt contained. So as you water, I mean, dirt's gonna come out the bottom. That's just what's gonna happen. But if you put that screen over it, it really does help keep that dirt contained in there. So drainage is very, very important. If you have a pot that you just absolutely love, you think it's the best in the world and you're going to use it no matter what, go with succulents or something that doesn't require a lot of water. Because then you're not going to have, because you're watering so infrequently, it's not going to be an issue of keeping it too wet in there, but you'll still have to watch your watering. So you mentioned saucers too. Saucers are huge, especially in the heat of the summer, because it almost creates a little reservoir underneath your pot. So under all my pots, I mean, some are clear plastic, some match the pot. I've kind of got a variety of things. But keeping that saucer under there, when you water it, you're going to water till the water goes into the saucer. And then you're going to leave it there because during the heat of the day, that's going to start evaporating. It'll get humidity into your plants, and it'll also wick up. The roots will actually wick that water that's laying in that saucer. It'll wick it up. So it's going to get moisture onto the roots. That will save you a lot of energy, especially if you travel, or you're home, you know, if you're not home during the day, you're out and about. It can just save your plants. It's an extra little emergency reservoir for them to pull water up.
So if it's setting in a saucer which is flat, does it need those feet or toes or whatever?
The feet?
To lift them up a little bit?
I've seen it both ways. I don't think you need to. I don't use the feet. She was asking about the little foot things that go under plants, under your containers, and that helps with circulation, gets air in there. I don't use them under mine, but if you wanted to, there's certainly no reason you couldn't. It's kind of for the health of the plant. So we've covered pots, we've covered drainage. Drainage is very important. Next thing is your potting. Oh, one more question?
You can't continually just water from the bottom.
No, you do need to water from the top. Because we get so dry here that if you just water from the bottom, this top's going to get dry, and it's actually the soil will pull away from the sides. And once it's pulled away from the sides of the pot, what happens is you go to water. Where does that water go? Right over the side. So once it's dried out to that point, you really, really need to soak it and rehydrate it so that that soil fills the entire pot. Because if you have a dry pot, the water just cascades right off the sides. So you've got to watch that. Any more questions?